And this is something a little bit different. It's a Range Rover, now known as a Range Rover Classic. The 3-door, which is the one everyone wants. 3.5 litre V8, again, a genuine icon. The Range Rover itself also has its own competitive history. You have the Camel Trophy, you've got the Hill Rally back in the early 1970s. So 50 years ago, Land Rover just had the 90 and the 110. When this came out, the Range Rover created the whole luxury SUV section. So it wasn't long ago that these were a bargain car. Now you're looking at more than £50,000 for a perfect example. This really is unlike anything else on the Hero ERA fleet. But despite its size, you're surprised how well this will handle and how engaging it can be to drive. For such a tall vehicle, the body roll's really not that bad. Or not as bad as you would expect to anyway. Part of that is the suspension, which was borrowed from a Rover saloon, which has actually made it better to drive off-road than the Land Rover. It's got very light steering, which is ideal for a car of this size, and as with all 70s and 80s cars, visibility is just perfect. You've got such a big glass house that you can see basically 360, and the big V8 up front is as famous as the car. Rover needed a V8, the Buick was available and light, and it lasted for decades and decades. It's probably the most comfortable you're going to be on a Hero ERA Rally. In many ways you can see why they're now worth so much money and why interest in them has possibly never been higher. It's not a sports car in any shape or form, but it's still rugged enough for you to have a lot of fun with it. The steering is so light, which means you can get around hairpins like that without any real trouble. The brakes are progressive and good and have plenty of feel. And driving on mixed surfaces like this, it's just so easy. And it really gives you an understanding of how good the car is and how good 50-year-old technology really is. You can easily drive this for a long day and then be completely willing to do it again the next day, because it doesn't feel like an endurance at all. It doesn't feel sluggish, it doesn't feel difficult. It really is like a Rover saloon with a bigger body, higher, better, stiffer suspension. So if you pull up to the start line of a Hero ERA Rally in the classic Range Rover, there'll be faster cars, there'll be nimbler cars, but what will happen at the end of every day, you'll get out of it feeling as fresh as you got into it, and the next day you'll be ready to go again. This is pure luxury. You can drive this for £935 a day, but you also get peace of mind from entering a rally with Hero ERA because of the Net Hero scheme. It means all of your carbon footprint is covered.